Nope.
I see it says recording. I
Yeah,
just
Awesome,
see
no,
it on your screen.
awesome, awesome.
just no.
Great day and welcome everyone to today's live. Today is Tuesday and it is the alleged third day of the month of February, year the fake year 2026. And we're gathered here today as we have been every Tuesday for 7 years, guys, assisting people in unlearning the BS that we have unfortunately been programmed with all of our lives about our relationship to the government and government agencies. Because even though there were classes about civics, not only have those classes been ended, they're no longer being offered, but even those who took those classes don't remember don't remember the principles. And therefore, we have all become susceptible to being taken advantage of by legal charlatans, both the ones that claim to be attorneys and judges, and unfortunately, some of the ones that claim to be our assistants. Our lack of self comp like having comprehension for ourselves and by ourselves has made it so that even people that might offer assistance, we can't tell whether they actually know what they're talking about because we have been rendered incompetent to assist ourselves. We lack the desire to read, and then often when we do read, we lack comprehension of what it is that we're reading, and that is most people's downfall. Because what we're experiencing is basically mutual mistake. So before we get into anything else, I just want to let you guys know that we are having our Sued Now What Criminal Edition class, and our affiliates can share their link here on TikTok as well as here in the chat on Zoom so that anyone who wants to take this class can enroll. We are giving a gift of a free t-shirt of choice to our first 5 enrollees. I don't know. Our first 5 new enrollees, sorry, all access pass people, you guys are already enrolled, so that you're not qualified for this particular bonus, okay? But for the first 5 people that enroll into the class, we are offering a free shirt of choice. And you guys should both see it on the screen here on TikTok and now here on Zoom. And our so we're doing this class because we have done a Sued Now What for the civil edition, which we didn't call civil edition because of course it was obvious it was not criminal stuff. But since we've had that class, we've had several people ask if there is a criminal version, and so since it didn't exist before, we're doing it now. So when the system comes knocking with criminal accusations, bogus criminal accusations at that, trumped up charges mostly, when they try to give something that begins as civil, um, make it rise to the level of criminal, mostly based on a presumption of the officer. Okay, so we didn't have this before, so we're doing it now. So those who have consulted with us and gotten criminal cases dismissed, connect with us. Make sure we have your receipts and your story so that we can share them either leading up to our class or on the class itself, which is February 14th at noon Pacific time. So now that we've gotten that out of the way, it's time for some fun. I'll be moving it up and down here on TikTok. I'll be bringing it back into the screen here on the Zoom, just so you guys can be aware. I know we got people that are coming in at different parts in the class, and so we'll occasionally bring it back up. So if you, being that it's Newbie Tuesday, we are talking about those newbie questions. Some of us are not quite new, but we still have to exercise our discernment so that we can recover from our guru abuse. So we still have those types of questions, questions that we're getting in consultations to this day from very intelligent people otherwise, like saying things about being the representative of the name. Put a one in the chat if you've ever said that. You are the you're here, you're appearing especially as the authorized representative for the all caps name. Don't be shy. Diona Walton, gratitude for being honest. Anybody else? Anybody else gonna be honest? You've said things like, I'm the authorized representative for the all caps name. Yes, blessings from 1666. Okay. If our affiliates are here, you guys can occasionally keep putting your links in the chat for this class. I see you out there posting. Appreciate you guys. Anybody else gonna wait, that's right, Green. Goofy guru jargon. No clue what that meant. But have you said it or heard people say it? I said it on TikTok, never in real life. Let's see what you guys saying in the chat here. Let's see, let's see. So we're also going to be posting our Newbie Tuesday guide put together by our community. It is absolutely a group effort. Talib said, I'm here on that matter. No, I'm the authorized representative of the all caps name. Shah says I'm guilty of that one. Okay. Melissa says almost, but nope. Someone says, of course I've said it and wasted time looking for it. Someone else says, I've done that goofiness once upon a time. These are the types of things we talk about on our Newbie Tuesday because it is still affecting our law study community today. It will become something that will come up tomorrow. It will come up next week. It will come up next month. It'll come up next year. Why? Because the guru abuse is still going strong in these law study groups. I don't even know if someone can explain how they became an authorized representative for an inanimate object. Wasted time and bread on courses to confusion. Man, did they ever explain how you become an authorized representative? Is it because your mom is the informant? The SS card says authorized rep, but for who though? Is it an authorized rep for the United States government? Why would we assume that it means an authorized rep for the inanimate object? The assumed name certificate? Who's filled out on this assumed name certificate? Who filled out an assumed name certificate?
Me.
What name did you assume?
I'm not gonna lie, I did it too.
What name did you assume?
My name with the Minnesota freaking stupid thing.
I don't understand what. You assumed your own name?
Yes.
You assumed, how did you do, why would you do that? Aren't you already you?
Because I was hanging out with Tamika before Malika.
I did that and I opened up a business bank account.
So you became Wendy or McDonald.
Basically.
So you didn't actually assume your own name. You just started a business with the same name.
Right. But
That's
I did
that's
do
not
the
the same
assume
thing, is it?
but I did do the assume name thing too.
That's what I'm saying. Isn't an assumed name a business? Period.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out. So you didn't assume your own name. You created a business entity with the same name.
Yes, but I also did that assume name process. I think it was in Minnesota.
Yeah, somebody put it in the chat, Minnesota 220.
Yep.
But isn't that still business? That's what I don't understand.
It
Yes, it is.
is, but the way I thought about it is I opened myself up to business opportunities, funding. I got a Dunn's number with my name. Like,
But you could have done it, you're saying with my name, but even if you made like, I'm just making it up, Blue Flower Ink, you would still be able to do all of that stuff.
yes, that
Okay.
is true.
Okay. So did you intend to start a business? Is that what you guys were intending to do? Like on purpose?
Yes, that was my intention, but also the alleged purpose was also to separate yourself from, the alleged all caps name.
Honestly, I can't remember.
When
It was
you
part of,
start a business, that is its own entity, separate from you, the flesh, blood, and bone, period. Because when these charlatans talk about separating yourself, how it's expressed by most people is as schizophrenia. Do y'all realize that? We seem
Yes, that's why they
crazy.
be trying to put us in a crazy house when we come into court with that
Exactly.
nonsense.
I'm not the name. How dare you call me Malika?
Or trademarking your name.
We're saying your name, but you could trademark any name. You could be like Caterpillar to Butterfly LLC or Inc. or whatever. Like that's not like a special thing. That's just how anybody would do a business, period. Yes? Yeah, how dare you
Only to
call me?
those with common sense.
But okay, I appreciate that. But also, if anyone among us that's already started a business, put a one in the chat if you already had started a business sometime in your life, 18 or older. You started a business. Anybody in here who ever started a business at all? It don't matter if it was lawn cutting or whatever. Anybody else out here ever started a business? Put a one in the chat. Okay. So how are we still falling for this? You're gonna separate yourself from yourself. Anytime you start a business, you're making a separate entity. We all know this when we started a business. Yes? We know so and so Lawn Service Inc., so and so Boutique LLC. We already know that is a separate entity. So how are we falling for this? Just write your name, DBA, like what? Assume name of a business, and they're trying to make it seem like it's your actual name somehow attached to you, but then separate. Like what?
because when you first come into this space, these charlatans, I mean, they're having you do so many things that, I mean, there's no reasoning. And if I sent you and Hassan an email last night. I don't know if you guys heard what they're selling over there on Derek's live last night,
Oh, I
but
wasn't able to listen to the whole clip.
okay. But that's
That lady was confusing AF. I got 4 minutes in and I was like, I still don't know what's happening. I still don't know what's going on.
it's crazy. But
She
that's
got
how
stuck
they
for a little while. And I was answering the question for her. She was like,
and she's the one that's giving direction to people.
I heard it.
And Derek is allowing her to do so.
Of course, because he wants to be allowed to do the same shit.
And then when
You,
and when
you
you
know how
see,
real recognize real? But guess what? Fake recognize fake too. Y'all don't know that?
or newbies don't recognize any of it, and they take it as gospel.
I don't understand why we allow ourselves to throw our discernment out the window because we wish to believe these folks.
Desperation.
So you just throw your common sense out the window? Because as a business owner already, when they were trying to say you're going to separate something from yourself, I'm like, of course, if you register anything at all, toilet tissue, wiper, LLC, INC, of course it's a separate entity. I don't understand how we could fall for that. TG says, so glad I've been delivered. Congratulations. If you have not yet, please download For Your Own Sake, the As Above, So Below series. Wow, guys, it is burning up in here. My husband got the stove stacked with wood. Give me a second. Do y'all hear the faint sound of the weed whacker out there?
No.
I need some slaves to come help us cut. All right. I even got a registered agent. Oh shit, Shy, you moving on. Moving on up. All the businesses I've started, I've been the registered agent or one of the people in the business, my sister, my manslave. Yes, but de facto attached to SS for tax. Okay,
But do
Georgia.
you, I have a clarifying question. When you a registered agent, you use your home address,
No, we get a PO box or something.
but they don't let you use a PO box
For what?
for a registered agent.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I don't
Unless
remember
it
what it
has
was.
like a street address.
Yeah, when you use like mailbox, etc., you use like you use the address.
Okay.
You guys know that there's stuff like that, right? Where it's still a box, but you could use the address. Put a one in the chat. Confirm. Just saying, you said I was ready to start a business. You gonna write some grant proposals and stuff, just saying, yeah?
I was trying to do all types of stuff, let me tell you.
Yeah, what kind of business were you actually going to run?
A consulting business. So me and Shy, he knows
Consulting
about it.
about what?
We was learning how to trade. We was doing all types of things.
Malika, I think Jacinia got a withholding agent also.
Yeah, he telling on me. I do.
But what
We
kind
jumped
of
down the
legitimate
rabbit
business were
hole.
you going to offer? It
We
just
were
can't
gonna
be all types of made up shit. There's no business like that unless you call the United States.
right.
It was, Malika, it was a pump and dump move that we did.
Wait, also
But
no,
what was the
we were
intent?
gonna have a food truck too. Me and my business partner, we were gonna have a food truck. We were doing all types of things. Just
Just
crazy
random
stuff.
shit. It wasn't like a lawn
No, we
business,
did
a
it
lawn
based
cutting.
on our interests. Like my interest was in culinary and I was in culinary schools and my friend was in Florida. So we was gonna open up a seafood food truck and yeah, we had the business name, we had the menu, like
Wealth consultant. Yes, give me your money so I could get money and
oh,
then tell people I
that was
got
the
money.
guy's name too. He used the guy who taught us his name was the consultant. That was his moniker.
Got it. Young Shaw's laughing. You can off mute. You come off mute to laugh, Shaw.
Yes,
Oh
we
my
got
God.
played. We got played big
Malika,
time.
he had us doing B2B business trading with each other. I mean, it was serious. And we was well open.
So how come what happened? It sounds like a good deal to me.
He disappeared with the bag.
He took that lady's 30K and then she came to you.
I gave that lady shit to do. She ain't do it.
Because she probably locked up now.
When she came and told me that story, I didn't want to think like this is the lady that gave that dude 30K.
It
But after
sure
the second
was.
consultation, I was like, oh shit, this is that lady. And this is why he robbed her. I hope she's not in jail.
I
Y'all
think she
y'all should
is.
check up on her. Crazy. She put in a lot of that soft sit nonsense though.
Yeah, that man had the gift of gab though. Like he could
It's not
talk
better than
that.
Dollar General, I'm sure. 'Cause he got the same shit going. Dollar General got the same shit going.
He accepted it for value.
That's the other thing that's coming back up, guys. Accepted for value.
I was just joking.
Yeah, but this it's not a joke. Apparently this is what Yusuf L was talking about just days ago, like Sunday. Do y'all hear me? Y'all hear me?
Yep.
The only thing that matters is accepted for value. People were literally popping in to the live to say that this is what he's talking about on his live.
Well, that's kind of what they say the exclusive equity is when they say they just accept the charges in the court, and it works every time.
Accept the charges,
Yeah, they say they accept the charges and sign the document.
accept bogus charges.
Yeah,
except for
But
value
there's
added.
like
agree
specific
with your
language you
adversary.
have to say.
Yeah, you're gonna do a seance. Abli baba, zaba zibi saba. You start talking language, talking tongue. We call tongues. Where's
No, but
the
I
where's
know
the
somebody who did that before. And she used to be in lawful living. If you remember Kayla,
I
You
don't
need
she.
to.
remember. But where are the receipts?
I mean, I know she got herself out of jail, but I don't know anything
She got
else.
herself out of jail, or is it time served? Don't listen to people when they say they got themselves out of jail. Yeah.
Mm.
Don't listen to them. That's like the people who said they spent 15, 20 years in federal prison and then they learned something about estate trust and got themselves out. No, bitch, you did not. You spent your whole life term. Stop that shit.
Interesting. I never considered that.
Ah, well, welcome to Newbie Tuesday. This is how
No,
Malika
because
teaches y'all
I
how
was
to not be
thinking
scammed.
it was more like a Tomas situation. It because I don't
But
think.
Tabas got an official no
Yeah,
way prosecui. Are they
right.
showing you the receipts?
Nor did I ask.
Because you don't want to ask, because you want to believe that you were surrounded by winners.
Mhm.
It's our own ego that keeps us from asking where the damn receipts are.
What about when they don't give receipts? Like my
Fuck
friend-in-law,
them.
I
What are you
helped
talking
out.
about?
No, I'm saying like
Run.
I helped out my friend-in-law, right? And she had an ACS case. This was like in August, and they never gave her a receipt, and I can't prove that
They
it
never
was the
gave
notice
her a
to the court.
dismissal.
No, they what they did was they just stopped coming around. So I called the
Then
attorney's office.
she should put in for the case to be dismissed because it's a cloud on her
What
head
when
right
when
now.
I
And
called, they said it was that the judge declined to escalate the case from an entry order
did
to
they put
a
that shit in writing?
no.
Well, we're not talking about what he say, she say with their mouth anymore. You need to get something in writing that the judge has declined from prosecution in the form
Mm-hmm.
of this full dismissal, and I would allege that it's harming my reputation.
Mm-hmm.
I would allege reputational harm and uncertainty, which is causing me anxiety and erectile dysfunction.
Okay, that's a good idea. We're gonna do that.
So that they could put something on the case. It's not like a bad situation. Remember? That don't have a receipt, guys. Did anybody recognize that?
Right, but he was left alone too.
We were roasting him the other day because he stole our receipt from us because he started answering the phone. Put a one in the chat if you remembered that story. Put a one in the chat if you realize that that he stole the win from us
How dare
because
you?
he kept answering the phone.
How dare you, Thaddeus? How dare you? Stop.
Stop answering the phone, Dad. We need a receipt.
You need to make that phone call as unnecessary as your name, sir. Let me stop.
And then Dad would look at the phone and see the service. I'd be like, "Hello." Grab the phone. Hello. That's how Dad answered
Snack.
the phone. So we told him that when he comes on live, we gotta roast him because only the people who were there from day one, which is last October, not October 2025, but October 2024, when he first
Mhm.
came out to our community, and we started showing you guys what was happening in his case, and everybody was there when he came on to say that the servicer called and told them that the eviction was called off. The eviction for the very next day was called off. And so you had to have been there from when the beginning. So shout out to everybody who saw that because now you guys know we don't have a receipt and y'all know why because y'all were there. Kept answering the phone. They don't want to put our wins on the books. We get that. And we're not saying like if you're especially a so-called community leader, all right, or part of the community leadership, one win that doesn't have a receipt shouldn't disrupt the whole community, right? Because there are actual cases that have gotten legitimate receipts. So you might not be able to show every single win with the receipt, just like the whole mask hold class. You know, everybody who got a mask hold win, there are no receipts. Why can anybody explain why
Wow.
that was? Anybody?
Somebody, anybody. Why are there no mask hole receipts?
There are mask hold receipts here, and even if you're not, you don't have a mask hold receipt, you can figure out why.
No. I'm just saying. I know. I'm saying. I'm just
No,
reiterating your question.
it's because you were putting those things into your job, not into court, right?
Correct.
So technically, the receipt is you didn't get fired and you weren't wearing the mask. But I don't know how you're going to so-called prove that. But when it comes to other things, like getting criminal cases dismissed, getting civil cases dismissed, winning when we're the plaintiff, those things have receipts.
Snack.
Someone, Mark says Yusuf would say the reason you won't see his wins with his process is they not gonna show the public. Otherwise, everyone gonna you.
Oh
That's
yeah,
the
that'd be
difference.
mixing public and private.
Do y'all know that the court rules are not hidden and still nobody reads it?
Tomatoes.
The court rule. Did y'all know that? Put a one in the chat if you know the court rules are not hidden and motherfuckers still not reading it.
Well, Yusuf told me that if you want proof, you just got to go back 12 years and look up.
No, I'm not going
Read.
back 12 years. What happened to 12 days ago? What happened to 12 weeks ago? You're gonna beat your chest. 40,000 students have passed through my useless university.
Useless L.
Yeah, useless L. That's the new name. Y'all ready? Useless. Just like we got
Uh,
Dollar General now, we got useless L and forensic lie. Right, Hassan?
Forensic
there you go.
lie.
Give them
Forensic
code
lie.
names.
That was day one for me. It was
I
forensic
know.
lie.
Useless L, forensic lie,
Real names have been changed to protect the
Dollar
innocent.
General. That's right. Real names changed to protect this life. Okay. Yes, y'all should write them down because more are coming.
More to come. Shout out to
Yes,
Mother Sahar.
more to come.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, we got past the prison, right? Yes, back like I never left.
Hey, look, we're doing status corrections without the paperwork.
And I showed y'all my status correction. The Department of Homeland Security themselves said we have corrected our records. So if they're out there, if the agents are correcting their records so they don't misidentify me, why do I have to correct my status? I got a letter from the Department of Homeland Security, a federal government agency, that said, my bad, sorry for misidentifying you against our government record that we shouldn't even have.
She's back.
You're back now, sis. You're just muted. We really enjoyed your Milli Vanilli impression just now.
Girl, you know it's girl, you know it's girl, you know it's true. Good, good, good girl.
Oh, the record was scratching.
I'm in love, girl.
It
I'm so
skipped.
in love, girl.
You was skipping.
Not only were they lip syncing, but they were wearing extensions too. Voice and
Dang.
hair was not real. Jesus Christ.
Damn.
Yes. So, I, no, of course, mistakes are gonna happen, okay? Even last night, somebody expressed that they were disappointed that I had made a post showing that an attorney recused themselves in a case, but eventually the person eventually still lost the case. And they took, even though I had shown the recusal, a self-recusal of the attorney prior to the end of the case, simply showing that attorneys do remove themselves from cases, I was accused of presenting it as a win. And I could understand how it could be taken that way. And that's why I apologized, because that was obviously not my intent. It goes back to just what I was saying about having wins that don't show receipts. Just like all of our mask hole, that class mask hole, that's not even actually up on Freedom from Government. Did you guys notice that? We didn't put mask hole back up on Freedom from Government. We might put it back up and just make it free for everybody, because it's not one of those classes where you typically get receipts from going through, like to show. But if you are able to put either an application that your job already has, or you're able to write a verified statement and give it to your job, and they allow you to be exempt from mandates for jabs and for masks, which has happened as recently as just last year, even though the class is not available. Um, I've had people contact me saying that they have a family member or friend that needs help with standing up for themselves for their religious exemption, for not having to be subjected to those mandates at work. And it has worked, obviously, because it's a principle. And anybody can apply that principle over and over again instead of doing spooky shit like I'm the authorized representative for the name. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, if you want to wear a mask all you want, but what's not going to happen is your mandate suddenly comes to control me and try to punish me with that. What's that? What is that statement Cindy said? Something coercion, coercive enforcement, or whatever that is. I don't care if you wear a mask. That's not my business. My business is when you try to impose whatever it is that you want to do on others, regardless of if they are actually lawfully subjected to those things or not.
They're still asking for vaccinations in the culinary space
That's
and
what I'm saying.
restaurants. Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. So people are still contacting us. So maybe we should put the mask hold class back up, and maybe we'll make that our fifth free class.
COVID 5.0 is coming. It's called Nipah virus. Watch
Oh,
out. It'll be in the next 2 months.
just
Jesus Christ.
What about a hockey mask? Can I wear that and look in people's windows at night?
They'll be running from you.
With a gotta be holding a butcher kniff.
That's what they're hearing when he's standing outside the window.
They be hearing
Just ice.
Okay. People are afraid to identify themselves as their own God-given, parent-given name. They're disavowing their family. They tell you, don't use your surname. What? None of that automatically gives jurisdiction. People think that strange things allegedly grant jurisdiction. And what people need to understand is jurisdiction cannot actually be granted. It has to already be pre-delegated legislatively. It has to already be legislatively delegated. It is not an event that happens today.
So can I use my ma'am name?
Instead of your
Wow.
surname?
Yeah,
Wow.
Why not? You could be an L instead of a Bay, right? Right, Savage?
yeah.
Wow.
The title of nobility.
Or your noble Drew Ali.
That's a trans name.
We can just trans name. How about that?
Wow.
That's
Uh-oh.
not that's not a privileged guild though. You have to be an esquire.
I heard
Hold
I
my
heard
shield.
I heard to Mefka on Dollar General's live this morning,
And he got
and
kicked
DG
off.
kicked him off the
I
panel.
laughed so hard in the comments
Oh,
when I read that.
why did he get kicked off? Because the ego was clashing?
Because
Mhm.
gang, because I'm telling you, gang, he wasn't up on that. He wasn't on that same shit,
When you
gang.
gonna talk about the estate? When you gonna talk about the estate? Remember, I showed you guys estates are for what? The DED. Say it with me.
The DED.
The DED, right, TikTok?
Word.
That's worse than the DOD.
Estates are for the unalive. Plain and simple.
Hey, yo, why free? He took my line because you know I love that one.
Yeah, that's a
I'll call somebody.
transformer with the title of nobility.
I'll call somebody a ma'am sir real quick. They act like it.
Ma'am, sir. Ma'am, sir.
Ma'am sir. No, ma'am sir.
I'm the authorized rep of Ken Kenneth from Connecticut on special.
Wow.
You guys, we don't know that we're going into court showing that we are non-compos mentis. And then we get mad when they declare us non-compos mentis, even if that allows us to get the win. There was somebody bragging about a woman who allegedly got her charges dropped because they kept saying that they're the idiot.
That was him. That was the Dollar
Oh
General
yeah,
telling that story.
I know. But you know, it's always some story. You never actually have the person that allegedly did those things coming on and affirming, confirming, showing any receipts of anything. Just story after story after story, and people are on there eating that stupid shit up.
I would like to submit a motion for name change from Dollar General to Dollar Griot.
Griot! They had a DJ Griot in Miami when we lived down there.
Because aren't griots the storytellers?
I don't know. Griot is a dish in a Haitian dish.
Y'all look it up. Griot. Look up griot. It looks like griot, but
We got somebody else coming up in the fold. They call themselves a bodega. Y'all know about somebody named Bodega?
You know, somebody that smokes a big bodega.
Jesus
Well, this
Christ.
big bodega about to be smoking.
Bottega.
He calls himself Frank
Oh,
Bodega.
Otega.
Tries to act like because he has his WhatsApp number available or his email. And he brags about giving people free consultations.
So he's no good.
Say again?
He's no good.
You said he's no good. Tell us
I said,
more.
are you saying he's no good? Yeah, I didn't know. I was just asking because I remember him on, I think it was on TikTok when I first got on, like a year or two ago.
I saw him for the first time day before yesterday, and he dropped one of our receipts.
Jesus
Are you
Christ.
serious? Wow.
Jesus
Well, what's funny
he's
is
all about child support and stuff like that, helping people with that, and I haven't seen him on for a long time, but
He got one of who receipts?
Yeah. Frank.
Marcel's. I'll tell y'all specifically.
What?
The truth
How
speaking
the hell
is what
he
it used
get
to be.
that?
Because Marcel helped someone in his group with our paperwork. He was talking about his fear of using AI because it was made by the government. But then right after that, bragged about a receipt that Marcel helped someone get using the AI that Hassan made for him. How y'all like that?
I told you
Oh
these people ain't gonna
my.
be able to eat out on these
Then
TikTok streets. They gotta come
then
out
he
to us.
tried
They're gonna
then
have
he
to check
tried to
in.
say then he tried to assert that somebody who I promised to hold their hand, I dropped their hand. I let their hand go. And I didn't see through what I promised them. And
What promise?
well, first of
Nothing
all,
is
if I promise
promised.
anybody to hold their hand, I'm not the one who usually lets go. Okay. And if even if that's the case, why didn't you come back and ask me for a refund or something? Because then you would have the receipt. Look here, I asked her for a refund and she said, go fuck yourself, which I might
Really?
have said,
I
but
never heard nobody from Lawful Living make any promises, even if you are holding their
no, but
hand.
if I say I'm going to hold your hand, I will. But I'm being accused of dropping somebody's hand. So I was curious to see who it is. So I immediately sent an email saying, this is Malika. What's up? I'm still waiting on that proof.
Hmm.
So I'm looking for it.
I know that letting that hand go thing is definitely wild because Malika had to convince me about the hand holding because at
I
first
was
I
like,
was vehemently like,
message them
fuck
again,
that shit.
Hassan. Tell them again to send the same shit we told them to send.
Wow.
Crickets. Because you're not gonna have no proof that I let go.
So why would we let this thing go?
But I'm here for it. I might have made a mistake. I make mistakes. Bring it on. Still waiting to see who that. Yeah, we still don't know, Freedom. I'm waiting the email. I keep checking it. Let me check it right now. We
I
can check
make
it live.
mistakes.
I could check
Yeah.
the email live. Did y'all know that? I
The
could turn my
Photoshop
screen
project
around.
isn't complete yet.
Your Photoshop's not complete yet?
I said
Uh,
the Photoshop project is not complete yet, so got to be patient.
yeah.
I want him to
Uh,
come back on. I want him to send
Oh,
me an email. I want to see the screenshot because he kept holding up his phone. I got the screenshots right here, and I'm over here concerned, like, who I'm gonna have to give a refund to? He was like, Malika, make sure you do the right thing. Yes, the fuck, bring me up, bring me up. I said, bring me up. What, 2, 3 times? Bring me up. Bring the receipts up on the screen. I'm not scared of nobody. Bring me up. I'll make amends right here. I'll go directly and do a refund click right in front of everybody's face.
Which I saw
Was
you do before on Telegram. There was somebody had said some shit, and you were like, "Look," and you addressed it, and then it kind of came out that she didn't really, hold up to her end of the deal, and it was like, okay, so yeah, I
I'm not
thought that was
perfect.
pretty
Think
good.
people might fall through the cracks, but I tell you, if anybody reached out to me and they wanted a refund, give it back.
well,
Yeah,
since we're telling the whole
after you
truth and
called her
nothing but the
out,
truth.
or not called her out, but after you addressed it and was like, "Look, if you think I did something
Yeah,
I
I'll make
didn't
amends right
follow
away.
through or whatever." And then she started giving more details, and it was like, oh, well, see, I mean, I can't remember what the details were, but it was clear that she hadn't told the whole story.
It be
Well,
like that sometimes.
since we're telling the whole truth and nothing but the truth, right? I was on the phone with that guy last year, right? I got put into a phone conference with him because what was said was there was this the volume that he had of clients,
Yeah, so many people, he was so many clients. He was overwhelmed
and so somebody was like,
reaching out.
"Shit, Hassan, to look out for you." And so I got put on the phone with this guy, right? I'm like, all right, so we talked for maybe about 20 minutes, and that was the last time I ever talked to bro. But there was definitely promises. Yeah, well, I need this and I need that, man. I just got to get things organized. What's interesting is a few people, if not two, definitely three, um, people from his community retained me for sessions, and they said out of their own mouths that nothing was getting done. They gave finances to this guy, and nothing was done. That's
So
promised.
he wants to try to call me out and then show one of our study mates receipts.
And I gotta admit, for the record, I was doing everything to not say our study mate's name.
It's all
But
right.
but
We
when
don't
it
have
got
to say
said
it.
last night, I was like, oh, okay, well, since we putting it all out on the table, then
So I want them to come back live so I could come back up on the live. Freedom said he was trying to bring me up, but it wouldn't let him.
right, exactly.
Like
You're
that's happening
blocked.
to you right now, Hassan. Remember, you can't let nobody up on my live.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess TikTok's
So
tired of the shenanigans. The attorneys have gotten to them. They've cried enough.
maybe,
The attorneys' tears have short circuited the mod features. Let me stop.
maybe it may be because you remember you can't bring people up either. I had to bring everybody up last night.
Yeah, and I still think it's active
We're
right
gonna we're
now.
gonna call them sausage bodega.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, let's get some questions in, guys. Gratitude for your newbies Tuesday questions. Some of you are asking questions about traffic and suspension. You absolutely need to go check out our or not classes on freedomfromgovernment.org, like our traffic ticket terminator. That might be what you need, or you might need our Pigpen class, or perhaps a combination of the Pigpen and the ticket terminator class. How do you join the Zoom? Can someone put the link to the Zoom one more time?
One
Um,
more
I'm going to
time.
take this opportunity to let you guys know we are having a Sued Now What Criminal Edition class. We have done a civil version before last year, but we have been axed, and so we are providing a Sued Now What Criminal Edition so that when you have bogus criminal or trumped up criminal charges that might have started from a traffic ticket or a random selection search or whatever they want to call it, definitely attend. We're having a giveaway for our first 5 enrollees. I don't know if we're at 5 yet. I didn't even check since I said it last night. But our first 5 enrollees will get their choice of one of our shirts. You just need once we see like what number you are, you will receive an email from us asking for the type of shirt you want that you can look at right from our freedomfromgovernment.org store, and the size that you want, and of course the address to mail it to you, and we will get it to you. So just again, wanted to take this time to plug our February 14th Saturday at noon class, Sued Now What Criminal Edition. It might be for yourself, it might be for someone that you care about. Maybe you have a group of people that you need to help, and you just need some concepts corrections from the amicus curiae over here at Lawful Living. So with
Word.
that said, let's take some questions. Melissa, go ahead with your newbie question.
Well, this is probably not a newbie question, but I decided to throw that out there, especially if the class is coming up on the 14th. So our friend that we're trying to help had court today, and they put $100,000 bond on him, and of course it's all bullshit. And so
Did
he's
he file
calling.
the notice to the court?
Not yet. I haven't done that yet.
Again, that's not ever a good answer. It's not yet. As soon as you know that you have charges, you have the case number. What is the reason for waiting for the notice to send a notice to the court?
Because I'm trying to get my own done.
Is he still locked up?
Yeah.
Does
And
he know anything about lawful living or any of this stuff?
he has watched maybe 1 or 2 videos. He's been I just started getting him into it.
I'm
So
just going to say this. I'm going to throw this out there for caution. Anybody who's locked up, and I have experience with 2 people, they say they're going to go along with it and everything else. And at the end of the day, you spend all this time, all this energy, all this effort, and then they take a plea. So
yeah.
Yeah,
if they don't
yeah.
know anything, it's not easy when you're in there, because when you're in there,
They gotta know who they are.
they don't know who they are. Right. Exactly. Nothing.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I mean, I was just wondering if anybody else has been in that situation where they're asking for a cosigner and all that stuff so that he can get out.
Yeah,
And
that just happened with Just Joe a couple months ago.
yeah, so I'm not familiar with how bonds and all that crap work. So
They're checking
uh,
his credit.
yeah, and I know the tort claim and all that stuff is good things, but
Follow what Dollar General said and ask them for the accounting. That's gonna scare the shit out of them and make them fling the doors open.
who's Dollar General?
Mm.
Allegrio.
Huh?
She's joking. She's joking.
I'll let somebody type it in the chat here on Zoom for you.
Yeah, so anyways, I was just kind of looking to see if anybody else has been in a similar
No.
situation and what you did.
I would definitely recommend to just leave people, let them make their own choices unless they're ready to sue somebody.
Okay.
You know, you guys already know the first thing is tort claim. I don't know why that's even a question. We don't need to talk anything about bonds and all that stuff. Do your claims, get on the offense, and let them make their choices from there.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
So, like you're saying, the notice to the court is a general document that's, I guess, used as a prerequisite before anything happens.
Absolutely.
If you're
At
on
any time.
defense, quote unquote.
If you're
So,
on
so you
defense.
have to have something came up first, not just, I ain't got nothing going on right now. I can go ahead and send it to them today.
Why not? We've had this conversation before. Did we talk about this in our pigpen class, guys? I don't remember, but we did talk about it before, where I expressed that people should be proactive with asking not just the court, but all of the local agents questions in advance. Like, why not set a hearing or meeting with the sheriff?
So it speaks in general as to, my name such and such, leave me alone.
I don't know if it'll be like leave me alone, but if you have a discussion with the sheriff so that they're aware that you're aware of their authority and their duties, and that there shall be no interaction without the prerequisites. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like you clear that up before
Yeah.
somebody with a tool is at the side of your car, which is when most people try to have the whole conversation they trying to have right now.
Yeah, you got to be Jesus, a
Put that
fisher
red
of
dot on
men.
them. Put that red dot on their chest.
Red dot on their chest.
Exactly. We don't have to do that. And I know we don't talk about it as often as we used to, but why not be proactive? It's the same thing we went over with the totality class. Why not be proactive and send out letters to the known tow companies in your town? Might be two, might be three. Maybe you live in a big town and it's a half dozen, but that's not that many agencies to email or mail and have a conversation with them. Because who do you think is going to be towing your car? That same sucker that you avoiding having a conversation with. If you read the rules that govern them and you see what their prerequisites are, and you show that you noticed them in advance or you attempted to have a communication in advance, so we all make it clear. If you 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 MFers show up, you are saying that these requirements have already been met. And you better have proof that those prerequisites are met, because that's what's going to subject you to prosecution, especially since you've either been noticed or we've had some sort of live meeting.
When Jesus was disputing with the doctors of the law and knew then that he would be a fisher of men, what did he use? A bait. Thank you for the dad joke. Thank you. Y'all welcome. Y'all welcome. Y'all welcome. You're welcome.
But still, like she's saying in her case with her friend, because he doesn't know any of this, that notice of the court won't work for him.
It
Because he
depends.
don't know what it
Does he
says.
also have a public pretender thrusted upon him? Because that's what makes our effort, one of the things that would make our efforts futile.
Yeah, that's why I haven't really done anything, because he does. So
Okay, so let me just tell you guys, and again, this is one of the reasons that we're having this class on Saturday, February 14th at noon Pacific time. Sued Now What Criminal Edition. We're working with somebody. They have some criminal case alleged. The court appointed them an attorney. They want to file the notice to the court, but because an attorney has been appointed, we suggested that they call the clerk to see if their filing would even be taken at all. And guess what?
They said no.
Exactly.
You got to do a letter rogatory first.
I don't know what a legorogatory is. Do you know what a legorogatory is?
Letter rogatory. Yeah.
I don't care what you call it. Do you guys know what it is?
Yeah, I have one.
It's a song about Bobby Brown. No,
I
that's not
find
it.
that when
It's
you
basically
sometimes
asking your attorney to do what you tell him to do And if he doesn't, then you can
Oh, y'all
fire him.
actually try to tell the attorney to do what you want them to do? You think the attorney can do what we do?
No,
No.
they told
So how are
you.
you going to tell the attorney to do what you want them to do and
Well,
they
that's
can't?
the whole thing is they're not going to do it, but it gives you the opportunity to fire them now because
Well, you
inefficient
don't need
counsel.
it. You don't, the opportunity to fire them is that they've been appointed to you and you didn't give the judge a power of attorney to appoint shit to you.
Right.
So
Yeah, I know that now.
I don't have to skip. I don't have to go insist that you do the job that I didn't hire you to do, nor did I give power of attorney for who did hire you to do that
Right.
for me.
Another thing is, in my case, I got a letter from the court attorney saying that I need to talk to the attorney that was assigned to me.
I would
And
love to follow
I
any of
told
your
her,
directions
I
or
said I'm
order, but
not
are you
doing
going to
that.
pay me or show me how you could command me to do anything?
Yeah, so I told her you can't do that. You have to accept my filing. I filed it through the proper channels, so you have to accept it. It's not up to the attorney or the judge to decline it, and they accepted it. But I find that if you ask for permission, that's giving them permission to say no to you.
But was an attorney assigned to you?
Yeah, and they still accepted the filing
Yeah,
because
but
I
did they honor the filing after acceptance, or did they just go, okay, to appease you, I'm going to file it, but it's still meaningless?
no, it's accepted.
So they talked about it, they addressed your issue or whatever it is you brought up.
We have a hearing coming up.
Okay, so did you fire the attorney?
No,
You got to
I
use your
didn't do that.
matches and
I didn't do
gasoline.
that yet, but I will. I didn't do that yet though. But she,
I'm just maybe they're being lax because it's an alleged civil situation, but in this
Mhm.
in a criminal situation, the first thing to do when the clerk confirmed that they will not accept any filings if an attorney is assigned, the first thing was to fire the attorney.
Correct.
That was number one. I'm not doing no rogatory. I'm yo,
You're a lawful
this shit
living.
is so funny.
We do not, in any way, shape, or form,
See, in my mind, again,
give
this
you a check
comes up with
on a
performance.
guru
Like
abuse
you're
syndrome.
wanting me to perform all these things that I never signed up to do. You know, it's like if you're an attorney and all these, or you're bringing the case, then they can say, okay, yeah, but that's how, you know, that's how it works. But
Okay.
right, but if you're not wanting them to appoint somebody, then why do you have to do all the jump through all these hoops to get them to unappoint them?
Come on, Jake. Just play fair, put on the glitter glove, and moonwalk already, okay?
Right,
We're here for the moonwalk.
right.
So there's something called rules of engagement that stems from natural law. So a scorpion that is born with a stinger can go, why the fuck do I have to have a stinger? Why can't people just leave me alone? Right?
And then if it
Well,
feels cornered, it'll sting itself
but
to
this is more like the game.
unalive.
You know, it's like, you know, if you want
It's
to play
sort of
the
like the
game,
same thing. This is a weapon that men have allowed to be used against each other. So basically, being born here, we have to be aware that men and women will try to drag you into their arena.
yeah,
And yes, you might have to learn how to abate by punching and jabbing or pushing them into the hole and yelling, "This is lawful living."
For real,
Right?
all
We could do
300
all
of
of that,
us.
but you're still probably going to have to do something.
I've
Somebody
actually,
is going to test you.
I've actually used the attorney no authority letter against a public defender that was assigned to someone and they don't show up and then they terminate themselves.
that's the way it
Absolutely.
ought to be, right there.
But you still have to do something.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I don't mind notifying people and let them know what I want
But
to
that's
say.
why we always send the notices
I
first.
just right, but I just don't want to do it their way, like you know these letter rogatories and like you had said, I ain't doing that shit.
So when they terminated themselves, what was their last name? Ticket or Schwarzenegger? Okay, I'll stop.
You're bad. You're bad. Bad,
What, I'll
bad.
be Bop? Look, Rahimi said Hassan,
I'm
rolling
just
laughing.
I'm just saying.
It's hilarious when
Well,
people say that the
it
court
wasn't
won't let
Dewey
them fire
cheat.
the
It
attorney. I
wasn't.
know. It's like the court won't let you. The court your daddy?
Hey, Hassan, it wasn't Dewey Cheatham and Howe.
Obviously.
I just
Who's
read
your
in the
Dewey
daddy?
rules.
Cheatham and how?
I was just
Dewey
reading in
Cheatham and Howe.
The Illinois Supreme Court rules. I was reading that earlier this morning about how the um, mandatory e-filing that you have to do. It actually says, I can't remember exactly how it's worded, but basically that if there's automatic exemptions that require no request or no form to be filled out, and then there's ones where you do, and on the ones that are automatic, you don't have to do anything. You just tell them that you have an exemption because of this, and they can't. That's it. Like you're not required to perform anything more than that. But it's a very fine line there, very
If
specific
it works in
thing.
my favor, I'm going to use it.
That's
That's
what I'm
my
saying.
suggestion
Right,
to everybody.
right, and that's what I mean. To where if you do read the rules, you do see that there are
Read the rules.
in their favor.
Read the rules.
Who does that for they read case law?
Wow.
Oh my gosh. People act like case law is primary law. It's so weird. Okay, yes, it's strange when people say the court won't let me fire them. The court is not your daddy. Did you give the court power of attorney? By what authority are they making any assignments on your behalf? Have you been deemed actually incompetent? A child? A vegetable?
They're
Or
presuming you to be
EBD?
ward.
Okay, but if we're aware of that presumption, because that's all that legal is. Legal just means presumption. And I know when I first started reading that everything basically begins with unless objected to, blah, 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 blah. Unless objected to, blah, 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 blah. Unless it's like, then I started feeling like Jake. Why the hell do I have to object? Why are you allowed to just start the enforcement and then I have to be like, whoa, whoa, what? That's how all their stuff goes.
Word.
Mm-hmm.
Unless rebutted, I'm like, oh my guys. Unless objected to. So it's presumed you have to know something. It's presumed that you know that they're predators that use the legal system to prey on people because that's what predators do. And they want to make it look sophisticated because they're preying on you in a suit or preying on you in a uniform that garners respect.
Or predators, they just notify you by putting something in the mailbox, and it just says, certificate or certification of mailing. They just dropped it in the mailbox, so they did their job. But if you wanted to serve papers on them, you got to go through all kinds of verification and
It
do it
depends.
exactly to a
It
certain
depends on what the
address.
rules
And
say. It depends on what the
right,
rules say because that's what equal protection is for. Are they if they're using a process, then technically that means that you could use the same process. If there, because there are certain levels of court where you can do service by mail. I've done it. It's right. It was right in the court rules. It says I can do service by certified mail.
but
So
they
I
won't let you
did.
do it to them.
No, no, the rules said it. So I did it. The rules of the court at the level I was at said that that's how I could do service.
I love those rules.
I guess I'm talking about agency. I guess like if you want to try to serve an agency, well, you got to do
It
it a
depends what's
special
considered
way.
service. And it depends on the rules of service. If you're just trying to send a notice and there is no court, obviously you can just send it.
Right.
Just make sure it's going to the right agent or office in that agency, and you're good.
COO, CFO,
Probably not.
CEO.
It typically don't.
I
Most things
was
don't
just
even
giving
go to
some
those
examples.
suckers, right?
Yeah.
No,
To be
here
a
you just
partner.
get the
But
here you
the
just
internet gurus will tell you, oh, just draft a notice of dispute and send it to the what do they
Indentured
call it? The
servant.
indenture. There you go. Thank you. Say it again, bro.
The indentured trustee.
Yes, just make up any random letter you want and send it to someone called the position, whoever's occupying the position of indentured trustee, and that's what's going to get it done. All while the Public Utilities Act says to send it to the Public Utilities Commission. And then when it gets to the CFO or COO and that shit don't work, you want to be mad at them and talk about corruption when you didn't read the rules that told you where to send it if you wanted remedy.
they'd like you to be the indentured trustee.
No,
And the notice,
you just bond your loan documents and you send them to the indentured trustee.
You got to say
Make
that
sure-
Yeah,
louder. Say
right.
that louder, Don.
I said you just got to put your loan documents on bond paper, and then at the very end, flip the last page, and then on the bottom right-hand corner, you want to put a stamp there, and then you want to sign your name at an angle in purple.
And that's what's going to discharge it, right?
That means your royalty.
What about your fingerprint?
does it have to be on legal paper?
No, no
He said
fingerprints.
it has to be on bond paper. Y'all better listen up to the scam.
Legal size paper.
Wait,
I don't know if there's legal size bond paper,
I put
32
pec-
but
pounds.
maybe you can get the legal
Spinning.
size bond paper so that you could put your whole footprint on the back. Right, Freedom?
Wow.
no, if you just use Pecotrax, that's good.
Use what?
Use Pecotrax.
What's that?
Wow. He's talking about the Gaia Dalakim. That's what he's talking about. It is the Gaia Dalakim is like a world of knowledge, or the Picatrix
Okay.
that people use to know where the lunar mansions are, when to do certain
Okay.
things, make certain jewelry with certain crystals at certain
Okay.
times.
My apologies to newbies. My apologies to newbies who have no idea what's going on.
Look, we don't want this. I am a newbie in that area. I don't want to know what all that nonsense is because I've never found it in a court rule that that's what works.
Me neither.
Can
So
you
this
touch
notice to the
on-
court is strong enough just in the capacity form, right?
Try it and know it.
You okay? Your
Study the
questions.
document to see why each and every sentence leads to the results that
Right.
most people are having when they use it. You have to comprehend what it is saying, why it is saying it, and not just, well, I printed it out. Let me just hope it works. If you comprehend the terms, the words that are on that paper and what they mean to who is being communicated to, you will know why it works and you will know how to edit it for your situation to make it work for you too. Or you can get with Hassan and he can
Word.
program your bot and then it will modify all of our templates instantaneously for the results that you wish.
Word.
However, you still have to have the real eye for the AI.
Says
is
someone who
true.
has the AI.
Gratitude.
Get
Oh, I
with
see.
Hassan. Get with Hassan. Tell
Absent
him and ask
admissible
him in
evidence.
private.
You won't be disappointed.
Program who's
Give
butt.
it a thumb, yo. Give it a thumb.
Ah,
Hey, I have a question, if you don't mind.
hold on.
Do you have anything for the community, or do you have anything that I can, use or purchase to reverse an unlawful conviction? I've been fighting it for like 9 or 10 years, and I
Wow.
served. And I just got my letter from the Supreme Court. So I went all the way to the Supreme Court pro se, and I did it by myself. But of course, what they're practicing is always different. It's always revolving. What they're practicing is different. So I was wondering, did you have any advice on how to reverse an unlawful conviction?
Did you say Illinois?
So
No, return or reverse an unlawful conviction.
No. I thought you said Illinois, like the state. I was.
Oh no, I was in Tennessee.
Okay,
I
so
would highly recommend to get with Hassan. That's not a situation that we have a class for because that would be impossible for us to anticipate how many people might be in that position.
Okay.
But if you want to have somebody to analyze the situation up until this point to see, so you can help yourself decide what you might want to do, I would recommend getting with Hassan.
Okay, thank you so much. And I heard you all talking about the stamp. I actually ran into somebody talking about the stamp and discharging today.
It don't work.
That's
It doesn't
that's
work.
complete folly, huh?
Yes,
Okay.
completely. That's why we're making fun of it.
Yeah, I thought so too. And I was like, well, let me just go ahead and
But
ask just
but
to
as
make
you can
sure.
see, not just making fun of it in general, someone who actually did all that nonsense and then realized it didn't work is making fun of it. So
Yeah,
shout
and the
out to
stamps are not
Eldon for
postage
Right.
allowing
stamps.
us in on the laugh.
Right? The
Right.
stamps that they're talking about aren't even postage stamps. It's revenue stamps, which are like you'll see those on like your deed and stuff like that. Like it's a special stamp, and I believe that's what the thing is all referring
But we
to.
put regular stamps on there because we don't understand anything at
Right,
all, Jake, right?
right.
We have
They
no
say this stuff
discernment.
always works sometimes.
We don't look on the stamp. We don't actually read the Stamp Act. We just listen to people who said that they've read the Stamp Act. Just read the Stamp Act. It'll tell you that you could do exactly what it is I'm telling you. That's why people go get their little flower stamps and their little forever stamps, and they start
oh,
defacing it.
I thought they got the short yellow bus stamp. That's what I thought it was for 1.5 cents.
Rough.
Presentation only to United States
Maybe it's
Treasury.
just half
Oh,
cents.
magic
What you talking
bus.
about? It's half cents to get on the Magic Short Bus.
Wow.
Every day I ride the bus. Whoa, magic bus.
Who's the driver?
We got Shannon in this chat
Wow.
co-signing. Yes, do a meeting with Hassan for help. Hassan has put his email offdutyalibi@gmail.com for anybody who wants to get into them. Yes, for postage, yes, user 219
Thank
for
you.
regular postage. Not for the stamping of the backs of bonds and all that stuff everybody else talking about. All right, Josette, go ahead with your newbie question.
All right, thank you. So my tort claim that I sent to the insurance company, the first claims guy, he denied it supposedly because I was outside the 12 months, which I was inside the 12 months stipulation. So I sent it to his manager. The manager ignored me. And so now I'm wondering if I should go up the ladder or just
Why not
add.
respond back to the same agent by letting them know that they made an error?
Oh, I did 3 times.
Oh,
I
okay.
I emailed, I faxed, and I sent a snail mail.
Oh,
And
awesome.
he ignored me. And then the boss I emailed and faxed, he
Mm-hmm.
ignored me. And so I'm wondering if I should go up the ladder or just
Yeah, I
add
think
him
you
to.
might have grounds to sue,
Okay, well, that's what I was going to ask if I should do the 42 USC 1983.
perhaps.
So I was thinking just go one step up to the one above the manager just to.
Well, look at the State Tort Claims Act
Okay.
because it typically has a stipulation of whether the tort claim was either ignored or denied. It usually goes to whatever the next step is in the Tort Claims Act. So if you want to
Okay,
pull
that
that
says
up,
if it's denied, it's denied. Yeah. If they
if
the
it's
reason
ignored after a certain amount of time, it's considered statutorily denied.
right.
And in the Tort Claims Act, they typically have what the next step is to do if a tort claim is denied.
Okay. But the thing that he denied it for was not right because I was within the 12 months.
Yeah, still a denial.
Yeah, okay. All right, I'll
You should absolutely still put the fact that it was denied for a reason that obviously was not supported by the record. That's what you're saying, right?
correct.
So I would
Correct.
point that out for sure, especially
Okay,
to show that they were acting in bad faith for
bad
even
faith.
putting that reason up, and then when you try to reach back out to them to correct that or to get clarity on why that reason was used, then you have proof that it was ignored by both the agent that made the decision and their supervisor. So that strengthens your case.
Okay, cool. All right. I'll look at the rest of the tort claim. Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. Glad to help. Vidales, ¿qué
Hola.
tal?
Hola. So, hey, I hope I can just real quick give you guys an update on, so just quick backstory. It was being garnished from a default judgment from LVNV, and there was about 4 different attorneys involved. So anyway, I did a 1099 on it. Matter of fact, this month I probably need to follow up on that. But so this was kind of a FAFO, fuck around and find out. So I sent attorney, the good faith attorney. I turned it up just a little bit, but send it to all the attorneys, including the one on record. That's on record as the active attorney. Waited the 10 days. Then I filed my motion. And the motion's basically to strike pleadings, quash the writ, set aside the earnings withholding and restitution for all the money they took. So interesting. I got a return to sender on one of the attorneys that wasn't properly substituted in. The one that's garnishing, they sent a return to sender. The other attorney in that same law firm, he got it. I didn't get anything, but basically I got nothing back from them. Like I said, no response. So just yesterday, I served them. I mailed it on the 16th, and I
The
noticed
motion?
yeah, and then I
Okay.
noticed that the attorney that put a return to sender on the my good faith, he responded.
So let me ask you, Mark,
Yeah.
did you do what everybody else has done and send it via email?
I did not.
Okay.
I didn't. I mailed it to their,
So why did you not also email it?
I probably should have. I didn't.
It's not too late.
Okay. To do the authority part, the attorney third,
The
or the
email, the good faith via email. Listen to me very
Okay.
carefully, guys. The good faith notice to the attorney has been working like gangbusters via email. Everybody who's not had an explosive response are people trying to send it in the mail. I don't know why we would not do email just because it's being sent in the mail. I don't know why we would disregard it.
I think because I didn't want them blowing up my email with bullshit, and then I got it. Whatever. That was partially the reason, but I'll do it. I'll do it.
And I always
So that
share.
way you can be entertained by looking at all the times they open it. It's fun.
Yes, Linnea.
Word.
That part.
Okay.
And I usually tell people to email, post, which is snail mail, and fax.
Yes.
Why not? Why not do all 3?
Okay. But like I said, I only got 2 back. I mean, like I said, whatever. I'll do that. I only got 2 return to sender.
So, but the one that did the return to sender, did you send it like a certified mail?
Yeah. Yep.
That's probably why they did return to sender.
Yeah. Yeah. They probably didn't want to.
There's no need to invest any amount of money unless you just absolutely want to, because it's not that it's a bad thing that you guys are sending it through mail or even sending it certified mail. It's not bad or necessarily negative, but why invest extra time? Why make it take 10 days when you could ruin their day right now?
Right.
Word.
Yeah.
I thought it was just to
Especially with
have
the email
evidence
tracker.
evidence that they got it.
That's the main part about the sending it via email, because you get an electronic thing. Same thing with the fax. They have an electronic confirmation.
Okay.
Send it at 2:55 a.m. That's when we know they're up.
But anyway, what I wanted to say is so what was interesting is, even though on the motion, I served the active attorney, and the response, the opposite. So I got, basically they filed an opposition and they put some kind of exhibit A. I have to go and get it from the clerk because it's coming from Texas, so it's probably going to take a couple of days, but I'm going to go grab it. But the response was from the attorney that did not get that return
Allegedly.
to sender.
You don't know. They can steam that shit open, look at it, put it right back.
Yeah,
You don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. So anyway, but he's the one who responded, not the activist. So it's just kind of weird. So anyway, I'm kind of.
If it's the same firm, it's like you're talking to the same juggernaut. It doesn't matter.
What did he say?
Well, no. What I'm saying is, this real quick background. So what's weird is the firm that sued used a subcontractor from Mandrich. Then he's the one who's
A
the active
subcontractor to do what?
to file the suit.
It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, what I'm saying is, what I'm asking for is the attorney, like, to show their authority that they, that they had authority to bring the suit. And since there was no substitution of attorneys with all these other attorneys
Is it
appearing,
the same firm?
no,
Okay.
no. Well, here's what happened. They did post what's called a notice. They said that the new firm that's garnishing acquired the original. That's all they put. That's all they
Acquired the original what?
law firm.
So they're saying it's the same law firm.
Well, I don't know. No.
It
I mean,
sounded like if one law firm acquired the other firm, it sounds like they're trying to say they're the same firm.
well, like I said, the original law firm is Zide and Harris, and I'm getting garnished by a Scott and Associates out of Texas. So that's what I'm saying is it's a question. I'm asking for, that's what I'm asking for. So I don't know what they filed yet. That's what I'm saying. I was just giving an update that the person that I served, the attorney that I served, didn't even answer. It was this other one. So I just need to see what what their opposition is and what kind of exhibit they attached. Because I showed basically that there's nothing on the record showing the proper substitutions under what's called CCP 283 and 284, which is very specific. They have to do it.
Ooh.
They didn't do it. So
you see what happens when you read them rules?
Yes.
People like to say, "Oh, the attorneys, they know procedure. They know." I don't think they know procedure.
No.
I don't think they know anything. They're not proving that they know anything at all.
Right. So basically, I'm going to go see, but I attached them as, showing that this is fucked up, so I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good, but I'm going to go see what they filed. And then I'm thinking, like, I've got my script ready to just basically object to this guy if he shows up on the.
No, you're not waiting for anybody to show up. When you
No,
do,
well,
when they try to tell you they're going to show up, you make sure that they're going to be, they need to show their authority prior to showing up, or you might have to ask for it in open court.
That's what we have a hearing on the 19th. That was kind of scheduled in the beginning.
Okay. The hearing on the 19th is for what?
For the hearing to say, where's their authority?
Oh, they actually scheduled it.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised if any of the, I would make sure that any of the attorneys that might show up, as you have already probably decided, get that email.
Okay.
Because we're seeing that they're not showing up, guys. We have an order to show cause.
That's probably why he returned it.
Right, because if I didn't see your reminder of good faith, perhaps I don't have to activate my good faith, right?
Right.
I could just email it.
So
I would definitely do the tracking.
Okay.
Somebody asked how much the tracking costs. There are plenty of free. I shouldn't say plenty. There's a couple of free trackers. You can just
$3.99.
You can just use your favorite browser and see what email tracking app or application or whatever they call it, extension that they might offer. The ones that offer free also typically offer a paid version. So it's up to you if you want to do the free version of the paid. Of course, you can go and see what the restrictions are. I hope we can just put more.
So anyway, I know it's newbie. I'm gonna see what they filed. Then I'll maybe by tomorrow, Friday, we can go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
All right, bro.
I'm hoping to get a receipt.
Yes.
I appreciate. Hey, I just want to give just a testimonial. I'm telling you what, there's no way I would have even contemplated attempting to do something like this if it wasn't for this form. I'm serious. Anybody who's on here, this is your first stop, man, you better just stay here, because there's a lot of us that have gone through all these other gurus that they're talking about. And like I said, nobody does a form like this. Nobody shares documents. I'm just saying, I would have never, ever have done this. I would not, I would have been scared to death, but I'm confident. Like I said, it's a fuck around and find out. Like I said, I got my 1099 out there. So if it works out either way, it's all
Or
good.
both ways.
Or both ways. But like I said, I'm very confident. I have 4 other ones I'm going to go after. So I'm going to try to,
Yes.
and this is post judgment, guys. This is like, I know a lot of people come here in the beginning or in the middle. Mine's after the fact. So
Yes.
we're going to see. We're going to see.
Yes.
So appreciate
Yes.
that. I appreciate you guys a lot.
Redemption.
All right.
Exactly.
All right. Thank you.
Gratitude so much for sharing that, V Dallas.
Wow.
I appreciate you guys. What's interesting is someone gave almost an identical testimony, was it last night, about the confidence. Yes, it was yesterday. They were talking about the confidence and the competence that they've been able to increase because of their comprehension. Okay, and that is what we're here to assist, as you guys see my little clips all the time, because comprehension is the key. Not necessarily this process or that process, but comprehension, so you know how to decide, how to make a distinction without somebody misleading you for money. Okay, you got to get that comprehension. All right. Heidi, go ahead with your newbie question. Oh, did she drop off the call or just put her hand down? Shishi, go ahead with your question, comment, or emotional outbursts.
Hey, Lika.
What's going on?
Basically, sent in my notice to the attorney to show authority, then sent it to the courts and stuff. I recently today just put in my motion for them to show authority pursuant to Indiana 334316, and it seems like they're not acting on it. They basically said that they didn't. They just sent it to the attorney. Court takes no actions on the defendant motion to show authority and stay proceeding other than issuing this order and attaching copies for all parties. So what's my next step?
I don't understand. You sent something that was only supposed to go to the attorney to the court until the court said we're not going to do anything because it's supposed to go to the attorney?
Basically, they just sent it to the attorney and not taking no actions on what
But
I.
it is something for the attorney to do, is what it sounds like you're saying. You sent something that the attorney is supposed to get, and you sent a copy to the attorney and then also to the court.
So I'm understanding it wrong.
That was a question to you, so I can see if I'm understanding what you're saying.
Okay, so the Capital One taking me to court, so
Okay, now you're starting over from the beginning, which has nothing to do with your comprehension of the order that's right in front of your face.
Okay, what are you trying to figure out?
What the order that you just read is saying. Because in the order, you should know what your next step is based on your comprehension of the order.
What they're saying is that reread it to myself.
You can put it up on the screen too if you can.
Okay. How do I share my screen?
Somebody want to show her how to share her screen?
At the bottom of your screen, there should be a box with an arrow pointing up that says share under it, possibly. You got to tap your screen to find it, or maybe you got to tap your screen and press the 3 dots to see.
Okay, I see it. Yep.
Okay. And just select screen and then start broadcast or go, depending on what device you're using, whether it's Apple or Android.
Is it sharing?
Yep.
Okay.
I know that docket well. That's definitely Indiana.
Definitely Indiana.
mycase.in.org or something like that, or .com, something like that.
.gov.
Oh yeah, .gov. That's what it is.
Okay, I see motion filed. You filed two separate motions?
I did the motion to show authority.
And what was the other motion?
Motion to stay proceedings.
Okay. So let's look at the order again. Make it bigger. Okay. It came off the screen. The court takes no action on defendant's motion to show authority in state proceedings other than issuing this order and attaching copies for all parties. So let's look at the order. Whenever you file a motion, I need everybody to listen very carefully. If you file a motion, what's the next thing you're supposed to do?
Okay.
Set a hearing.
Set a hearing.
Schedule a hearing.
Schedule a hearing.
Okay.
Let's see it though.
The motion that I put on there.
The order.
Okay, the order.
Okay, so it says comes now defendant and files a motion to show authority in state proceedings. The court takes no action on these filings. It says comes now defendant. What a strange thing to say. And files a motion to show authority. The court takes no action on these filings other than issuing the order and attaching copies to all parties. So typically motion practice is what people have to learn. Maybe we should do a class just on motion practice. So this is how motions go, and I need everybody to write it down. It's very similar to things like tennis.
Yes.
Okay. So motion practice is very similar to tennis in that the one filing the motion called the movement is like the one that is serving the ball. You have an option to just allow the ball to go out of bounds, especially if that's where it was going, or you can do what is called a objection to the motion, which would be similar to volleying the ball back. But whoever is the movement that files the motion bears the burden of setting the hearing if they wish the matter to be heard by the court and get a official ruling. So when you're the movement and you serve the ball, aka you file the motion, the other party has the option to serve back by objection. And then when they serve back by objection, you have the option, because it's not mandatory, because none of it is mandatory, because you could just lose by staying silent. You have the option to do a sir reply. So whoever is the movement has the last say if they wish to exercise that. So if you are the movement and you file a motion, of course you have to serve it on the other party. It gives them an opportunity to respond, but they have to respond within a certain amount of time. If they don't respond in a certain amount of time, it's considered that they are not objecting to the motion, and typically a court will grant an unobjected motion without a hearing. Typically the hearing is only if somebody opposes the original motion, and so they would have a hearing so they can hear both arguments and then make a decision after arguments.
Okay.
But I definitely recommend people look up rules on motion practice if you're going to be motion practicing. And I'll say it again, especially when people are new, we typically don't file them as motions in the beginning. We send them as private notices to the attorney, because the other thing about motion practice, depending on the level of court you're at, they require that prior to setting the hearing that you do something called meet and confer.
Correct.
But you will know if that is required by reading the what?
The rules.
The court rules.
The rules.
Okay? Read the rules. The rules are your friends.
Okay.
So, pursuant to that order, what do you understand from it, Shishi?
You said I had to set
What
a
do
hearing.
you comprehend from it? Don't tell me what I said.
That they ain't basically they're not even doing their part in the court. The judge ain't even doing his part in the court as well. So I think
Why do you get all of that from the order? What part
because
does that say that?
because in my notice he has a duty to uphold the attorney to do to prove that they have
And
authority.
why do you think they're not doing that? Go back to the order. What is it in that order that says that they're not doing that?
This is the second time they did this.
What about this order is giving you the impression that they're not doing it?
Because they takes no
Show me the
action.
words in this order. Point to the words that tell you that
The
tell you
court
what you think it is.
the courts takes no action on these filings other than issuing an order to the other party.
Okay, so what's the problem with that?
I just wanted to go away, like instead of
That's not how this works. Is it that you have no comprehension of strategy? Did you
yes.
serve the notices on the other party with a certificate of service? Go scroll down.
No, I emailed them theirs.
That's not how it works.
Okay.
See? So you're not doing proper procedure, and then you want to think that the court is not doing something they're supposed to do. They're
Okay.
helping you because you didn't do what you're supposed to do, which is serve it by mail to the other party with a certificate of service that said you served it to them. So since you didn't, they're doing you a favor. They're giving you
Okay.
grace, and you can't even see it
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know why. You're reading the same words I'm reading, but you think it means something else, and I don't get exactly why you think it means something else.
Okay.
You didn't send it to the other party the way you were supposed to, pursuant to the rules. You don't email notices. I'm sorry, motions. You email notices. You don't email motions.
Okay, so see, that's where I got it wrong at because I did email my notice to them, but I also emailed my motion to them.
No,
So
that's not how it goes. And now that the court did it the right way, you think the problem is the court's doing something against you.
uh-huh.
But why? You don't have any evidence that they're doing something to harm you.
Okay. That make a lot of sense.
Don't read things into stuff that ain't there, guys.
It looks like I need to go over beat the bar 2.0 again, then.
Well, maybe we need to put motion practice in that beat the bar because you can't just make assumptions. You have
I
to
think that's a good idea, motion practice.
put motion practice in beat the bar.
Yes, very important.
That's what we'll do, y'all.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Yep, so now I need to mail it. Thank you. I appreciate it,
Yes,
Billy.
gratitude. That was absolutely a great newbie question. So, guys, it's okay to email notices. It is not okay to email the motions. And if you don't want it to be a motion where you have to mail it and you are responsible for setting up the hearing and you have to attend, then just see if it could be handled by notice. Okay.
Are you
Maybe
setting up the hearing within the motion to show authority?
what?
Are you setting up the hearing within the motion?
It doesn't matter how it is you want to call it. You file a motion,
I
you
did.
set the hearing. It don't
With
matter
the
if you
clerk.
call them on the phone, send them a letter, put it in something. You have to set the hearing.
Okay.
Perhaps look in the court
I'm
rules
talking to the
then.
brother that asked, especially, and others who have the same question. I don't care how you ask for it, but you have to make sure it is set. The rules might say you can call them or email them or go in there, but you have to set it. You can ask the clerk, is it sufficient for me to just call you, or do I have to put it in as a You could ask them how to do it, but you got to do it. And it's your responsibility to make sure it is done and no one else's.
In my case, in Illinois, I was able to file motions and that through the email, but it was through e-filing, and then you
That's
had
not the
to.
same thing. But I appreciate that. If you guys are set up for e-filing, then that would be sufficient. But absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up,
Right.
Julie.
Okay, well, you answered my question. So my next steps is just to mail my motion to them and
I
then
don't
set
think
up.
so. I think you need to read that order as many times as you need to read it
To
so that you
comprehend it.
comprehend exactly what it is saying. Because now you're just inventing more things. Like you still don't comprehend those 3 sentences on that paper.
Okay.
But stick in class.
I
Okay.
will.
Come back Thursday, come back
I've been
Friday.
in there. I've been in there.
Okay.
And I'll see you on Saturday too.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Awesome.
Heidi, go ahead with your question, comment, or emotional outburst.
Stop
Thank
your
you.
screen share, sis. Oh, good,
Thank
good.
you.
I'm glad you said emotional outburst.
What's
Um,
up?
yeah, I just been going through a lot of stuff and FAFOing and anyway, it's been a trip and I have a comment to make and a couple of questions if I may. I'll try to
Okay.
be quick. First of all, with the woman who just was talking about setting a hearing and what we were talking how you have to, respond to the court with when you respond to court with a motion, you have to set a hearing. Yeah, when I was in my federal court case, I knew that, but I just didn't really know it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's hard to when you're first starting out, at least my experience. When you're first starting out, it's a lot. It's overwhelming and you're like, "Oh shit." It's an emotional like block almost.
That's what it is right there. You just hit
Yeah.
it on the head. It's
Yep.
not necessarily like
Yeah.
there's so much
It's not
like
even
to
so much, it's
know.
just that you're traumatized or you're fearful or something's coming out
Yep.
within you. So it's good to look at that. And I think that's part of what I've been doing recently. So I just want to say that. So I recommend that part of our coming into these, demonic institutions is we have to clear out all the darkness within us because otherwise you'll attract it
Yes.
or put it into it, put yours into it and
Yeah.
mesh
Rid of
with
those
it.
Yep.
people yet?
So it's
By the
really
way, I just got to
important.
know: did you get rid of those people yet that were squatting on
You
your
know what?
site?
If I am to talk about that, I would like to tell a whole story, and I don't want to do that
Sorry,
right
I
now.
just was wondering if you.
No, it's
Okay.
okay. And I will, if you would like me to address it. It was a little hard for me, the way everything came down the other time. It was a little traumatizing for me. So I've been healing from that. And again, I
Just yes
take
or
full
no.
responsibility for that. And, I would be glad to share it, but just not right now. Okay. We'll figure
Okay.
out what. Okay. Thank you. Okay. So now moving on. So as part of my FAFOing was with my criminal case that I got through Feed the Fam. Do you remember? Anyway,
Yes.
okay. So I tried a couple of things, and they love to just delay. They make the so much months in advance. It's just everything. Anyway, so I'm wondering. I'm been studying the notice to the court. Now I'm sure there's different versions, so maybe the version I'm about talking about now is not the only one. So the notice to the court primarily discusses the attorney. But if I'm presenting myself in court, or if someone else is, could be a question for anybody. And I know
Addresses
the
the
gentleman earlier
attorney.
said
The
something,
notice
huh?
to the court doesn't address the attorney at all.
Oh, okay. Maybe the version I had did then. Okay, that's why I was saying that. Okay. What's the version called that's just kind of like the standard version? Because I guess I got an edited or something.
Notice.
Huh?
You probably confusing it with the good faith notice, which was also
Oh, yes. That's what I am confusing it with. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I have to study the letter to the court then. So, but my
But do
question
you
is,
have it?
I'm not even sure because I thought it was a
Okay.
good faith notice, honestly, but I can look.
No, the good faith notice is addressed to the attorney and is not filed onto the court, and primarily people are sending it via email. It is not something filed on the court
Ah,
at all.
okay, okay. It's good. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for that. So yeah, the letter to the court, I think I was sent it, but I just am not sure right now. And I apologize. I have a lot
Jasenia can
going
make
on.
sure you have the right version, right,
Okay.
Jasenia?
Yes, she will. Thank you,
Okay,
Jasenia.
gratitude.
That's my sister right there. Okay. So, the next question I have is,
Hold on a second, Ozza. Can somebody tag Rocket Money in the Beat the Bar 2.0 class? Can y'all link him to the Beat the Bar 2.0 class? Gratitude. All right, go ahead, Heidi.
well, I kind of probably should have read the letter to the court before asking this, but if you're in a criminal case and you're presenting yourself, you decided to do that, whether you agree with that or not. That's what happened. And you want to just kind of like now send the letter to the court. I saw something in in one of the notices that said even if you're in the middle of your continuing at any time, you can bring this notice and tell them like, hey, whatever happened in the past, this is what's, whenever you get new information, what's it called? At any time, I forgot what the
It's not
phrase
even new information because it's a threshold issue that you're bringing up. So
okay.
you're
But it's
just
new
like,
in
hey,
terms
you
of the
know
beginning
what?
of the
I was
case.
reviewing the file and the beginning is missing.
Mm.
The elements of the charges are missing,
Mm.
which
Mhm.
it would include the capacity of the actor.
Word.
Meaning the state or whoever's prosecuting you.
No, meaning you. So let's say, for example, they're claiming that you're the actor that they're attempting to hold accountable, right?
Right.
But if, for example, the statutes say that you had to be at work and that's one of the elements and it's missing, or that one of the elements is that you did something knowingly and willingly, which is intent, and you have proof that you made your positive, peaceful intent known prior to doing it. So now they can't they are missing an element of negative or malicious intent. So
Which is a big reason why even post conviction you can go back and challenge jurisdiction.
Because if they need to, if one of the elements of their accusation is that they prove malicious intent, how are they going to do that when you have a good faith notice that you've sent, for example? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it collapses their case
Their assumptions,
by the
yeah.
missing elements. So a lot
Right.
of elements, for example, will say the actor knowingly and willingly. Well, where's the proof that I did it knowingly and willingly? Are we just gonna assume that element is there?
Right. And like with the Feed the Fam case, I sent a letter to the
Exactly.
store.
So then you
They were
have your
noticed and
intent.
they failed to respond.
Exactly. So
And
then
that
if one
silence
of
is
the elements
acquiescence.
of their charge against you requires that you acted in bad faith, for example, or acted maliciously, that alone would prove that it is deficient,
Mhm.
So that's
The
what the
only
notice
problem
to
is
the court is.
I don't have the registered mail receipt from that. And that's what, if anybody's doing Feed the Fam, I don't know if it wasn't in the class or if it's something I
I
missed.
sent most of mine by email, which is why when you look at the template with the class, you see every single line. Don't you see an email there next to it?
Okay. Yeah. I
And
did it by mail.
y'all could thank Tabby for that. Tabby 24, Tabby NY 24. Shout out.
Right.
Yeah. So again, it doesn't necessarily, that's just an example of of a missing element that they might have, but you can look at just look at the notice to the court when you actually get the copy of it. And Jasenia, make sure you invite her to the Alabama version I did. It's kind of messy because it has a couple of different states in there, but it gives an example of the criminal code referenced in that particular case that it was modified for.
Uh-huh. Okay.
All right. Great
Okay.
question.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Ma. Thank you for
sweetheart.
asking.
I
Thank you
about
for
created one in the
answering.
criminal version and a civil version for me.
Yeah. Oh,
Ooh.
really? Can I see that criminal version?
I haven't read the difference yet, so yeah, I'll send it to you though.
Okay, well, if you put it in a Google Doc, you guys can still exchange emails and get
Oh,
together.
okay.
Okay.
Who was that
Yeah.
that said that?
What's
King
your
Howard.
name? It's King Howard. So y'all can connect here or y'all can connect on lawfulliving.com or however.
I'll send you a message in Telegram, King Howard, right now.
Okay.
I mean, not
Yeah.
Telegram, in the chat.
Okay.
Thank
Awesome.
you. Okay, yeah, we gotta unite and thrive.
Yep.
Exactly. That sounds so familiar, Aza.
Hey, Manslave did a good job on that place there. That
He
stove.
did. Exactly,
Yeah,
right?
nice job.
My Brussels sprouts are banging.
You look so
Hey,
pretty tonight, Malika.
Oh, thank you. I've been
Like glowing.
slaying demons,
I hear that.
and their fake receipts have been splashing all over my face, right, Hassan? Been
She's a fire
exfoliating with
starter.
it.
She's letting her light
Word.
shine.
Oh, I like
Exfoliating with
that.
their fake receipts.
Word.
Exfoliating with demons.
So again, just want to show you guys Saturday, February 14th at noon Pacific time. We are having our Sued Now What Criminal Edition class. Aza kind of touched on some of the stuff that we're going to be providing and going over. Yes, Eurus, slaying demons. And their fake receipts have been splashing up all over my face, and I've just been using it to exfoliate. It's making me
Word.
glow. I just exfoliated with some last night, right after me and Hassan got off the phone. It rubbed exactly around my nose. Okay.
Can I just ask
So,
one last quick thing, Malika? I'm
yeah,
sorry.
go ahead.
I am really interested in looking for assistance that I would of course compensate for helping me with my 1099s of my past teaching years of 25 years of being a teacher. And I was wondering if you are still doing that or if you recommend anybody in the group or just putting it out there to the group.
You can definitely book a consultation, and I will make sure that I have our guests from that call on with us
Okay.
if they are available.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Okay.
You're
That's it.
welcome. So I hope to see each and every one of you in our new class coming up on February 14th at noon, especially if you yourself have a criminal issue, or if somebody that you love has a criminal issue that you might want assistance with reviewing, strategizing, etc., so that you can help them and you can have the confidence that comes from competence, which comes from comprehension. Okay. I know you're excited to get in the class, Snow. So as you guys know, if you are an all access member, you will automatically be added to the class. Some of you will have to make sure that your yearly subscription is current, because that's how you get into the future classes for all of the year. January or February is a great time to get in, because you get all of our former classes and you also get all of our future classes for the entire year. And I've encouraged our amicus group to come up with their own lesson that they'd like to bring to the community. Are you guys excited about that? So you can hear more from than just from me.
well,
Just
there's another
Senya's
reason.
gonna teach a class. Hassan's gonna teach a class. Cindy might even teach a class. Trading Brigade's gonna teach a class. It's gonna be an amazing year, guys.
There's
So
another reason why you should do that and why people should join the class. And that is because when Michael the Archangel kicked Satan out of heaven, he landed right in the church choir. Be careful. Be careful.
Yes, be very careful. Anyway, when is I think my next consultation is coming up at 3, but I'm gonna go ahead and eat so that you guys can go ahead and do whatever you guys need to do. I will absolutely be back on TikTok later on tonight for going live. We had a receipt party 2 days ago that some people who are on TikTok missed. And I realized that we can do receipt parties all the time. We can go pull out our receipts from 5, 6 years ago too, and just bring everybody current forward. There were a couple of receipts that were on my original page, my original Lawful Living page, that got that were not reposted. Even when I redid my page, I just started moving forward. But apparently, it's becoming more and more important to share those receipts. And of course, not everything is going to result in a win. Okay, we all have our losses, We all have things that we are continuing still to work on. So it has not yet produced a receipt, and that's okay. But the ones that have, it's time to bring it forward, because not only do people need to see that it's possible, but we're also putting these fake ass gurus on notice and having people ask them for their receipts as well. Where are your receipts, gurus? I don't care if somebody is charging $1, $100, $1,000, or $10,000. As long as they can show that they are helping people in earnest, they're not intentionally harming people, because apparently that's a thing.
They don't have a receipt and they're a lawyer.
They just don't. Some lawyers don't even have receipts. Did you guys know that?
That's right.
Did
They
you guys
don't.
know that there are attorneys that don't have any W's?
Yeah.
Guys, they're attorneys that have no wins.
They got no George W's.
They
No
don't have
Douglas.
no George
I find that
W's.
hard to believe because I feel like it's so many people out there who would not know how to fight back against an attorney, even a dumb one. You know
That's
what I
why the court's
mean?
got a
Like you gotta have
97%
one dummy
conviction
that
rate.
fell for it.
They're attorneys with no wins, y'all.
I know that.
And even if they do have wins, it's kind of like some of the wins that some of these gurus try to go with. You know, some of those exclusive equity gurus, and the only receipts they could show you is that they got some trade line removed off a credit report. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's right.
They say, "Oh, we got wins in court too. We got wins." Okay, let's see it. Oh, here's this. We got something removed off the credit report. N word. I've been doing that so long ago. Some of you might not even remember. There is a digital product, or was a digital product, called the Credit Secret Bible. Who remembers that? Who
I
remembers
don't.
the Credit Secrets Bible from 22 years ago? Anybody?
It sounds vaguely familiar.
The Credit Secrets Bible. Shout out to everybody who remembers that. Credit Secrets Bible. I have it. I
Ooh,
have the physical black book that says Credit Secrets Bible on the outside. It contains letters, probably still working today. I don't know. Look, Rocket Money said I was 14.
well, I have the
Hey,
banker's commercial
nephew.
handbook. Yeah, it's funny. I got the banker's commercial handbook used for $50 a long
So
time
I
ago, but
have used it to correct things on my credit by myself. I don't need to pay some internet guru talking about all you do is get credit lines. I've been knowing how to do that shit to the point where I don't even do nothing with credit no more.
sounds good.
Wrong, Tomas. We have found that lawyers don't even know court procedure because they be violating that shit all the fucking time. They don't know anything. It's $950 on eBay. Okay, let me tell my sister to make sure she come and look in all of our storage containers so we can find it. It's $950. We have the physical book. It used to advertise inside of the weekly flyer that would be circulating in Dade County, Florida.
Dade County,
Oh, it's called Miami-Dade now. Sorry,
my
Miami-Dade.
my
County a day.
Miami-Dade.
Dade County 305 in the house. It's called the Credit Secrets Bible. That's how long I've been doing this shit. To the point where, like I said, I don't do nothing with credit anymore. I don't care nothing about credit. I don't care nothing about my credit, your credit, nobody's credit. I'm
And
not
why not?
against it. I'm not against it. What's that, King Howard?
And why not? It
Because
takes that not to
I don't
live
use
out here,
it.
but
I don't use it.
it's like oxygen,
What's like oxygen?
money, credit.
Money is like oxygen? I'll be
Nah,
dead a long time ago.
yeah, it'd be blue in the face.
I'd definitely be DED if money was like oxygen. That's why you guys, Snow says I was learning credit before. It is so nothing. It is so nothing. Unless you're running a business. And this is the other thing. Most people don't run no business. Well, everybody got y'all worried about business credit. Get your business credit here. Did you know that you could buy a car? No. Did you know that you could start a business to separate your straw man?
Yeah, everything's in all caps
Ooh,
name though.
Right?
ooh, yeah,
And
oh
then
yeah.
in your business, acquire business assets, right? That you turn around and use, but don't realize it's self-enrichment because you're stupid. And you don't actually know about running business, but you listen to some people telling you in order to live your private life, you set it up like a business and then self-enrich so you can get on the radar of the FBI and potentially go to jail. But they're
Yeah,
not going to
go
tell
to
you that
jail.
part.
Go to jail. That's right.
They don't want to tell you that part. Then someone's going to get up on my panel and say, oh no, I'm not going to go to jail because I'm not going to speak that into existence. Excuse me?
You
This
brought
ain't
it
no
into
law of
existence.
attraction shit up in here. What are you talking about? What are you saying? So if you start a business, don't you own that business that you started? Yes or no?
No, the trust owns it.
What? Did you start the trust? Are
Hmm.
you who started the trust?
Well, I have a grantor, but I'm the trustee.
So who started it though? That's the question.
I did everything.
Okay, so then you own it.
Hmm.
So if you started a trust, you own that trust, don't you?
Yeah, but that's not my name.
So if you start a trust and you start a business, you own the business. Yes?
Hmm.
Am I wrong, guys? When you start the business, do you not own the business? Because some guru is going to tell you that even though you started the business, you don't own the business. And then the business owns the stuff in the business, but you the one who had to go buy it and sign for it and become the guarantor. No? Or
You and
yes?
the government.
Yeah.
Because then that makes everything in the business yearns. Yes or no?
Yep.
So how are you being sold that you're gonna own nothing and control? Like, what is this nonsense?
And then run
And
right
then they
down.
always try to sell you. This is why. This is how y'all get sold. I want y'all to see my face. This is how y'all get
Yeah.
finessed. That's how the rich people do it. If you want Malika to not give a fuck about what you just said, tell me that I'm supposed to be doing it because other rich motherfuckers are doing it. This is how the wealthy people. Why do you not see the state of the world? Who do you
That's
think is
not
in
how
charge
they.
of all that shit?
And
Why
no,
do you
that's
want to be like them? If you want to not involve Malika, tell me we're doing it because that's what the wealthy do.
maybe some of them.
If you want me to just turn my ears off, swipe, just tell me all the wealthy people, this is how you accumulate wealth.
They're wrong.
They might be right, but here's the problem. Why you think that these people is actually something to aspire to be? Because you think money is like oxygen. You think the value on earth is money and not people. You think that profit is cooler than helping people with receipts. You think that showing that you got 100,000 in digital digital. The shit ain't even like you can't even touch it. It's not even as real as a fake ass dollar because you can't even
How you
touch it.
doing? I saw
All
I
right.
saw
Hello,
you.
somebody.
I think I've seen you trying to get your attention, but then at the last game, yeah, yeah. 'Cause that was
Admin, what we doing? This is something I learned from a fake guru yesterday. Day for yesterday. Do you see what's highlighted right there, gang gang? This is actually from the IRS website. Do you guys see what it says here?
If a promissory note is returned to the taxpayer and the taxpayer sends the note in again, citing this public policy,
No, you need to
forward the
read that
note,
one out loud, darling, because it's real.
public
It's a very
policy,
important.
HJR 192, forward
Mm-hmm.
the note to the Criminal Investigation
Criminal
Field Office
investigation on your dumb ass.
and attention to the special agent in charge of the state the taxpayer resides.
Let me pull it up for y'all. I know you know that part, user 219. I'm gonna blast all y'all gurus out the water right now. Let me just not show y'all my Brussels sprouts. Just give me a second. Ah, shucks. You know what? I gotta actually get it from the Telegram group. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll be right back. I'm gonna pull it up from the Telegram group.
I'll be back.
So for everybody who's in the Telegram group, it is in Lawful Living Telegram group. If you guys are on there, just give me a second. Okay, here we go. Apparently I gotta download it back. Save. Okay. Come back here. Come back here. Ah, wrong one. Ah, wrong one. Give me a second, guys. Where did I put it? Who can pull this up from the folder? I don't know how to do it. It's 90 degrees in here, guys. My yak sweater's got me sweating. My apologies. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. This is what we're reading. Just trying to center it so you guys all can see. Can you guys see that and read that? It's on the IRS website.
Oh,
These are for people that is talking that bullshit about accepted for value that newbies still get finessed with. I know, but he came in here and threw that thing on so fast and then he left.
as long as they don't accept my arms and legs for value.
They might take it.
Yeah, wouldn't put it past them.
Because that's what they actually want.
That's what they want. Exactly. Bingo.
They want you to be slaving away for them at a job you don't even like and then complaining about paying bills. And instead of using your wit, you create fake documents.
Yep.
Somebody's going to tell you to use the Bill of Exchange Act that does not exist in America. Did you guys know that? The Bill of Exchange Act that these gurus will mention does not exist in America. It is not adopted by the legislature of the United States or any state.
I've never seen one.
You never seen what? A
The
Bill of
bill of
Exchange
exchange.
Act?
I've seen bills of lading. I've seen straight bills. I've seen negotiable bills, non-negotiable bills.
I just found an old video last night of useless showing us how to make those.
Apparently, he's been talking about it the last couple of days and telling people that's what they need to focus on.
He needs to shut up.
Unicitral convention.
Do y'all read this with your own eyes?
I see it.
I hope y'all took screenshots. I hope y'all go to the IRS website and read it. They are on to you. They are cracking down on your gurus. They are putting them under prosecution. And guess what? Their trust is not saving them. Who's surprised? Let me make it smaller for y'all. It doesn't matter if it's not centered. Can you read?
Yeah, I was just playing devil's advocate for the people that be having these questions and don't say nothing. So
We appreciate you, King Howard, for having the balls to ask the newbie questions that some newbies don't even know they need to ask.
well, I ain't scared.
Dr. Honey and her fail with her trust. Oh, Lord.
That's on TikTok.
Mm-hmm. Just like my brother Hassan Ghaziel Bey says that he's suspicious of women Moors who call themselves Bey and men Moors who call themselves L. I'm afraid of all. I'm aware of beware of all women, in my opinion, who call themselves honey or who call themselves high positions. Nothing against anybody calling themselves high positions per se, but if I don't already know you, it's a red flag for me. Just saying. Hey, True North.
I
So
wanted to
I'm
send you
going.
some of those old documents from some of these people that I have because I got a computer full of them, videos and everything to just make it a teachable moment for you to debunk it. Like, you know,
Yes, for sure. That would actually be a great series for us to put together for our newbies.
yeah,
Straight newbie shit, like HJR
May-
192.
it'll take everybody up out of that space completely.
Yes.
maybe, but I stay away from that stuff. I've seen too many
I
of
got
them
a
go to.
computer full of it.
I've seen too many of them go to jail.
Apparently not enough because people are still coming up on panels talking about, well, if we make our fake paper look like their fake paper, shouldn't they accept our fake paper in their game?
Well, they need more inmates.
If I am looking at are watching over the shoulder of people playing Monopoly, and I make note that the dollar bill in Monopoly is white and the $5 bill is blue and the $10 bill is yellow and the $50 bill is green or whatever. And I go in the corner and I just take random pieces of paper and I color them the same color as the game. Does that mean that I can play the game?
Nope.
Isn't that pretending, someone asks on TikTok?
I do believe though on Monopoly it says in the instructions.
No, 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 no. No, 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 no. We're not talking about in the instructions. We're talking about you're looking over someone's shoulder playing the game. You ain't in it. You're not the bank. Because you cannot read that rule and be like, look, it says here the bank cannot fail. They can just turn other pieces of paper. You are not in the game.
That's when they create negotiable instruments.
This is that rule is for suckers in the game. So we think that because we can read the rules and we can look at the game over their shoulder, we can just make our own. Well, their stuff is fake. It's fiat. I got fake fiat shit too. How come they won't let me play? The only part they're
Mine's
gonna
just as
let you
fake as
play
yours.
is inmate. That's the part they're gonna let you play. You see the card in that says go to jail, go directly to jail.
Do not collect 200.
Do not collect that 200.
Go
If you don't get
straight to hell.
railroaded before you get to jail.
Shit. Go
Because
straight
you're
to
gonna
hell.
do stuff like this that's on the screen. You like that? Hey, Anwar. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Anyway, guys, I'm gonna go eat in peace, and then I'll relaunch on TikTok if y'all guys want to join me. Peace.
Oh,
Mwah.
Peace. Smooches.
well.
Smooches.
Peace and courage, my people.
Love you guys.
Love you. Mwah, 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 mwah.
Mwah.
Peace.